Why is it not the end of the conversation when you get presented with data that says that you're wrong? Right? I think about like immigration. Someone says, oh, all these immigrants that are here, they're criminals, they're dangerous people, we got to get them all out. And then it's like, well, actually, no, when we look at the data, the violent crime rate among undocumented immigrants is lower than that of documented immigrants, which is lower than that of natural-born U.S. citizens. So if you were afraid of violent crime, well, you'd be afraid of U.S. citizens over undocumented immigrants. And then it's like, okay, well, fine. ICE is getting rid of all the violent ones. They're getting rid of all the dangerous ones. And it's like, actually, ICE's own data says that, 85% of them have zero threat level, meaning no criminal convictions? So that's not true either. Why is that not it? You have to remember that a main tenet of conservatism is not change. It's to conserve. It's to leave your beliefs how they are. It's to leave systems how they are. It's to leave definitions of words, like what a man is or what a family is, what they are. This is why conservatives view college and higher formal education as liberal brainwashing. When you go to college, you get faced with diversity, not just of people, but of ideas. Right? You see people bring different ideas to the actual experts of a field of study and say, hey, this is what I believe. And you see the experts say, well, that's not true because data, evidence, analysis of data. And you get humbled and your ideas get broken down and the individual components you find out don't stack up against critical analysis. And you learn how to challenge all the ideas you hear and how to critically think about these ideas. And so if you're a parent, you might see your kid who's conservative go to college and then come back not conservative. And you're like, oh my God, it's brainwashing. And it's like, actually, no, they just got humbled by people way smarter than them. And they adjusted and grew as a person because of it. The only reason we're so technologically, scientifically advanced today is because we acknowledged the mistakes we made and we adjusted moving forward. This is like the whole reason we had a dark ages. Because for hundreds of years, people just swallowed what the church spoon-fed them and lived their lives only worshiping God instead of challenging things that they were taught, critically thinking about the world around them. And we didn't get anywhere. We didn't accomplish anything because of it. I think one of the ways they justify this mindset is by posing any change in beliefs or in systems or whatever as weakness. I don't back down. It doesn't matter how much data or evidence or reality I get faced with. I stand on my principles and that makes me strong. Whereas the reality is, and you can ask anyone who's gone through this, myself included, it takes so much more strength to look at your own beliefs and say, doesn't matter how you break this down, I think I was wrong, and then adjust moving forward. That's strength.